Hi all, through this video I would like to share the working principle of pass transistor logic or PTL. This pass transistor logic is an alternate to CMOS logic or complementary metal oxide semiconductor logic. We already studied what is a CMOS logic. A CMOS logic mainly consists of a pull-up network with PMOS transistors at the top of the circuit, and there will be a pull-down network consisting of NMOS transistors at the bottom of the circuit. So, this CMOS logic is a combination of PMOS and NMOS logic. And here the main difference between CMOS and this pass transistor logic is that in the case of pass transistor logic, the design consists of either N-type MOSFETs or P-type MOSFETs. If the design contains only N MOSFETs or NMOS transistors, then the logic is known as N-type pass transistor logic or N-type PTL. If the design contain only P-type MOSFETs or PMOS transistors, then this logic is known as P-type pass transistor logic or P-type PTL. So this is the fundamental difference between a CMOS logic and a pass transistor logic. In CMOS, there are both PMOS and NMOS, but in PTL or pass transistor logic, there are two types style. If NMOS only, then it is N type, and if PMOS only, then it is P type. So when we compare the two logics, we can see that in the case of pass transistor logic, only one type of MOSFET is present, and as a result, the area will be less for this pass transistor logic, and thereby we can reduce the power consumption also when we compare with that of CMOS logic. So reduced number of transistors in pass transistor logic when compared with the CMOS logic, allowing the input to drive the gate terminal as well as source or drain terminal. Inputs will drive the gate terminal as well as source or drain terminal of the MOSFETs. Then we can see in the working principle of a pass transistor logic mainly depends on a condition. That is, if we know there are two types of pass transistor logic, N-type pass transistor and P-type pass transistor. In the case of N-type pass transistor, by using an NMOS transistor, we are trying to transmit a logic 1 and a logic 0. We know in the case of digital, we consider logic 1 as high value or plus 5 volt or VDD. So here I am also considering this logic 1 as VDD. So I want to pass this logic 1 or VDD to the output through an NMOS transistor or N-type pass transistor logic. But if we use an N-type pass transistor logic, our output will be VDD minus VTN. It is not VDD, it is VDD minus VTN. So we are trying to pass a VDD or a 1 to output through an N-type pass transistor logic, but we will get only VDD minus VTN. We all know VT is the threshold voltage of the MOSFET. Threshold voltage means it is the minimum voltage required to turn on the MOSFET. So here the output will be VDD minus VTN, and as a result this N-type pass transistor logic is capable of transmitting weak 1 only. That is, our strong one is VDD, and we are trying to transmit it, but we will get only VDD minus VTN. So we can say it as a weak 1. On the other hand, if we try to transmit a 0 or logic 0 or ground value through an NMOS pass transistor logic or n-type pass transistor logic, we will get the 0 at the output. So it is capable of transmitting 0 directly from input to output, but n-type pass transistor logic is not capable of transmitting 1 or VDD from input to output directly, because it transmits only weak ones. That is, if VDD is the input, VDD minus VTN is the output. So that is the working principle behind an n-type pass transistor logic. It is capable of transmitting weak ones and a strong 0. Weak one means VDD minus VTN. Now we can see our second type of pass transistor logic, that is p-type pass transistor logic. In the case of p-type pass transistor logic, if we are trying to transmit a logic 1 value or a VDD to the output through a PMOS transistor, we will get VDD itself with the output. So p-type pass transistor logic is capable of transmitting strong 1. But on the other hand, if we are trying to transmit a 0 through a p-type pass transistor logic, we will get only a VTP at the output. VTP means the threshold voltage required to turn on a PMOS transistor. So if VTP is 0.7 and our 0 for a PMOS transistor, consider VTP is minus 0.7, and we are trying to pass 0 through a PMOS transistor, but our output will be minus 0.7. It is not 0. And in the case of n-type pass transistor logic, if we are trying to pass 5, that is logic 1 value or VDD, through an NMOS transistor, then the output will be VDD minus VTN. That means 5 minus 0.7. It will be 4.3. So n-type pass transistor logic is capable of transmitting 0, strong 0 and weak 1. On the other hand, p-type pass transistor logic is capable of transmitting strong 1 and weak 0. So that is the fundamental working principle behind a pass transistor logic. That is shown here. Here our input is signal from 0 to VDD. That is our input, and it is passed to the output through an n-type pass transistor logic. Then our output becomes 0 to VDD minus VTN. 0 transmitted faithfully and gets 0 at the output, but VDD is not transmitted accordingly. It is only VDD minus VTN. So our output voltage swing reduces. 0 to VDD input reduces to 0 to VDD minus VTN. That is, if our VDD is 5 and VTN is 0.7, then 0 to 5 volt input is reduces to 0 to 4.3 volt. Here the second is the p-type pass transistor logic. Here we are trying to transmit from 0 to VDD, but our output is changes from VTP to VDD. If VTP is modulus, we take if VTP is minus 0.7, and if we take its modulus, then it is 0.7. So output becomes 0.7 to VDD. So it is a weak 1. It is not 0. It is weak 1 to VDD. So this is the working principle. Now we can see how this NMOS transistor transmits weak 1. So here I am representing an NMOS transistor MOSFET. We all know the 3 terminals are source, drain and gate. Here it is the gate terminal, here source terminal, and VDD is connected to the drain terminal. Here the input voltage, here we are trying to pass a VDD or logic 1 value to the output. So VDD is connected to the gate terminal of the NMOS transistor, and at the source terminal there is a capacitor is connected. The voltage across this gate and source terminal is represented as VGS. VGS or gate to source voltage. That is a gate source voltage. Voltage between the gate and source terminal. Let us consider the threshold voltage required to turn on this NMOS transistor is 0.7 volt. That is represented here. VT, threshold voltage, is equal to 0.7 volt. And the condition for turning on this MOSFET is that VGS must be greater than VT. That is, this gate to source voltage must be greater than the threshold voltage. Then only this MOSFET turn on. So this VGS, what is this VGS? VGS is gate to source voltage. So VGS is equal to the voltage at the gate terminal, that is VG, minus the voltage at the source terminal, that is VS. So when we apply a logic 1 value to the gate of the MOSFET, we can see that the capacitor connected at the source of the MOSFET starts charging. So it increases from 0 to 1, 2, etc. And when it becomes 1, our VGS value is VG minus VS, that is VDD is 5 volt. So 5 minus 1, that is 4. When it becomes 2, the capacitor value 2, then the source voltage becomes 2. VGS become VG minus VS, that is 5 minus 2, then VGS value is 3. When the source voltage become 4 volt, because the capacitor again charging, so it become 4, then the VGS value is VDD minus VS, that is 5 minus 4, then it become 1. Then again it increases, and when the source voltage become 4.3, our VGS value is VDD minus 4.3, that is 5 minus 4.3, that is 0.7, which is the threshold voltage required to turn on the transmitter. If the capacitor again charges beyond this 4.3 volt, then we can see that the VGS value become less than the threshold voltage, that is 5, VDD is 5, 5 minus, if it becomes 4.4, then 5 minus 4.4, that is 0.6, which is less than 0.7, which is less than the threshold voltage to turn on the NMOS transistor. So the transistor will get turned off and it will stop work. So we can say beyond 4.3 volt, it is not possible for the capacitor to charge. Hence, the output we obtained from this terminal become only 4.3 volt. 4.3 volt means here it is VDD minus VTN. We are trying to transmit this VDD through the gate so that we can apply it to the gate, but we will get only VDD minus VTN, that is 4.3 volt at the output. The reason is that if the capacitor charges beyond that voltage, the gate source voltage become less than the threshold voltage required to turn on this MOSFET, and as a result this MOSFET turned off. So the capacitor only charged up to VDD minus VTN. In this case it is 4.3 volt. We are trying to transmit 5 volt, but we will get only 4.3 volt, that is VDD minus VTN. That is why NMOS transistor transmits only weak 1. This is the idea behind the transmission of weak 1 through an n-type pass transistor logic.